You can start your intro with "We are having technical difficulties."
No, it's not a technical difficulty. It's just I was with Trinity while
Oh, I'm sure
well,
you.
I was literally chatting with somebody else on another YouTube channel. I didn't have everything set up.
It's Saturday and the time is 1 o'clock. Chumongers ready, so the show's about to start. The beat's steady, so the flow got a beat too. You like my intro, so I made one just for you. Chillmonger, he be from the north. 33 questions, you got no other choice but to check him out and feel his vibe. He got one of the hottest shows alive. So have a seat and tune in. Chill is ready, so let's begin. 33 fire questions. Chillmonger made these questions. Please check out these questions. Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it. Don't miss it. Peace.
Monger. This is the Chillmonger 33 Burning MCU Questions. Soft intro. Let's start the show with the questions. All right, guys. All right. Question number 1
Hold on. There's a very important question. Did you get past the censors? The guy that was supposed to check you out last week? Did everything get approved?
Yeah, I got monetized.
That's the most important question.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that intro, and is it possible to say that it makes your brain bleed in a good way?
That is not acceptable. No, Cole. Can't say that. I like your photo. I like your picture. I tweeted
no problem.
We're being joined by Cole. We're being joined by SSJK.Sanctum.
What up?
Yo. Thank you, K. for joining the show. Number 1, K. Is there a universe where Wanda has only a single kid?
Of course.
Yeah, there's a universe that has a single kid, half a kid, a quarter of a kid. I mean, hey, it's the multiverse, right? Possibilities.
So there's a universe where she had 2 abortions. Is that possible? Or
yep, it's unlimited. There's a paint universe. Once we get into the paint territory, everything's possible.
Yep.
Next question is 2. Who was She-Hulk made for?
Women. Next question.
But there's women with standards, women with tastes, women who enjoy the superhero genre. Which women were this made for?
I mean, look, the show is made for women, but you can still make a show for everybody, The show is made for women. That's specifically what the writer is literally.
This show was made
writing this show for. It's for women.
No.
Mainly.
This show was geared to a specific type of woman. A woman who's never been married, a woman who's never been divorced, a woman who has no idea how social norms work. A woman who has no idea how reality works. A woman who has it's ridiculous. This.
Honestly, Jay, you remember what you called the Women King or whatnot? Just say that.
No. That's different. The She-Hulk TV show is pure delusion. It's like it's written by a 20-year-old fanfic writer who just finished watching what's that vampire movie?
Twilight.
You just finished watching Twilight and thought that they could do a courtroom drama. It's for nobody.
It's pretty bland. We got strange Marvel theory saying She-Hulk was made for the social media dependent generation.
I agreed.
Yeah.
It was made for people who thought Thor: Love and Thunder was a good movie. That's what it was made
That's
for.
People who live on Twitter, basically.
Who do you work for? Austin Powers.
Yeah. It's for the people who follow Sky Jackson. There we go.
Sky Jackson was the Riri Williams template. That's who they drew after.
Oh, God.
They drew it after somebody good.
She-Hulk isn't even filler. It's not even filler. Andor is filler. She-Hulk is not filler.
I would say She-Hulk's pretty filler with the amount of time they waste with hey, by the way, kids, this is going to be the wedding episode. It's going to be all self-contained. Self-contained means filler. And there's nothing really about
it. No, because filler doesn't actually insult itself. Filler is just there to just pass the time away. with the last episode, they literally invalidated Titania's character. Like Titania's irrelevant now.
Oh, because there's other superpowered beings? What?
No, because they had her. You had her in the first episode throwing the desk. Then she's an influencer. Then she gets into a fight, slips on a thing of ice, and then knocks herself out. And then she goes, "I don't want to fight anymore." And it was like,
yeah, not my cup of tea. Wasn't made for me.
You know, maybe
because that's the thing. If you want
though, they
Titania,
may contain the cancer in one area.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like Titania doesn't even feel like a villain that can be a villain in the long term. I seriously imagine they're going to be best friends later. I imagine they're going to become best friends like pretty quick.
I figured Titania was going to be the main villain of the overarching story because that's kind of her main.
What story? What overarching story?
Comics,
you mean the main plot, which is treated like a subplot?
There is no main plot.
There's someone trying to get blood from her, and then every episode we tease it here and we saw the Daredevil helmet, but it's been a week since we saw the Daredevil helmet, and nothing's happened.
And it's only 2 more episodes left, right? Or is it like what, 3 more, 4 more?
Yeah. It's been 2 weeks and there's 2 episodes left. And the Daredevil thing. Why is Daredevil in the trailer if he's not appearing until episode 8 or 9? Shouldn't be in the trailer.
So they can string people along. So they can string people along to watch it. And it's working.
The only way they could get you to watch it, was like, hey, Daredevil is eventually going to show up. Keep checking each episode.
Yeah, it shows up on like the last episode, so they watch every one.
She-Hulk wasn't made for her comic fans, that's for sure. Titania, hella fine, wasted.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She might still be there. I'm literally only watching She-Hulk for the conversation afterwards. Chillmonger has very good thoughts on the She-Hulk series. Thank you for.
She'll probably be like her fucking sidekick by the end of this.
With how disappointing this. Say that again.
She-Hulk and Titania takes on the Marvel Universe.
Oh yeah, right.
It'll be amazing.
She'll be like the new Bucky or whatever, just the pathetic version.
Superman has kryptonite. Titania has ice. That's her weakness.
Makes sense to me. How bad views would be if they didn't spoil Daredevil? Yeah, how bad would the reviews would be, or how bad views would be? Like people wouldn't tune in.
Oh yeah, there'd be no views.
I mean, Daredevil is showing up, but he's just gonna be.
Except for those YouTubers who make money off of pretending to give a damn and just bitching about it because it's.
Yeah, I mean, you could say this with like every MCU product, basically, though. You know.
Yeah, those YouTubers who pretend they give a damn.
Yeah.
Adnan Kabir says, "Hi everyone." Hey, what word did he just type there? Cole.
Was that like was that Arabic or
what does it say? Say it.
I don't know how to I can't assalamu I don't know. I can't.
You're almost there.
I don't know.
They knew how mid the show was. Wouldn't tune in. Yeah, I got you. They wouldn't have tuned in. Aglax says it's been a week since we saw the Daredevil helmet. It's a weekly show. What were you hoping for? No. It's been 2. They ended an episode with that, and I want to say that was episode 5. So 6 happened. There was no Daredevil. That was more so the wedding episode. 7 happens, and that was the one where they meet Emil Blonsky with their group therapy. So it's been 2 Daredevil-less episodes. The MCU version.
And this is why I'm so glad Armor Wars is going to be a movie, right? I'm so glad.
No, there's a slim chance. Don't go from slim chance to suddenly it's going to be a movie now, K-Dog.
I thought it was confirmed.
Yeah, I thought it was confirmed.
No, it's confirmed.
I only thought it was told it was a chance.
No, I thought they said they changed officially now.
It's for sure a movie now.
Really?
Which is good because I'm not trying to sit through 6 episodes.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it will be good, but
I'd rather watch it as a movie. Yeah, rather watch this movie, get those first 2 hours, and hopefully that 2-hour movie could be good. But I'd rather just get this 2-hour movie instead of waiting a week.
So D, that is facts there. That is facts.
Cool. Yeah, and then the Armor War movie will come out. Everybody's gonna go, you know what? It would have worked better as a 12 episode TV show.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking, how big is this Deadpool 3 news? Huge. It's a
Super huge.
thumbs up for me to you, Marvel. You kept that thing a secret, and I love hearing that an announcement's going to be made. Of course, I'll never get the announcement of there's a movie coming, and it's 3 months away. That would be stupid. I'm always going to know about what's coming. You know, a year ahead, they're always going to film something. But it makes me upset knowing something's coming, and it's 4 years away. They kept this thing so private and so silent. We're getting this Deadpool announcement. It's the third movie. It's going to have Wolverine in it, or Hugh Jackman. So Wolverine will be in it. That's great news. Like that. This is like a pick me up.
I didn't want to see Wolverine be reintroduced in this way, but hey, I'm excited for it because you get to see Hugh Jackman. I'm down for it. This is probably the most exciting news since of Phase 4 anything. So, well, since No Way Home news of Tobey and Andrew.
No Way Home was awesome. Yeah, that was like the highlight of.
No, but I mean, this is the equivalent. Like Hugh Jackman is back. This is No Way Home. It's not going to be No Way Home level, but it's that interesting of news.
Yeah, it is.
Aside from all this other Phase 4 stuff, I was like,
yeah. You know what they're going to do, K-Dots?
What?
What they're gonna do is, at the end when they need when Hugh Jackman retires the mantle, he'll fall in a pool of acid and then he'll walk out and he'll be Ray Fisher.
So he's gonna come out as a brother.
This is so ridiculous. They are literally advertising it the same way they advertised No Way Home. Don't come watch the movie for Spider-Man. Come watch the movie for Tobey Maguire and what the other guy?
Andrew Garfield.
Garfield. They're literally advertising Deadpool as don't come to watch Deadpool. Come to watch the Wolverine cameo.
Yeah, but Jay, that's kind of like old up recently,
this is
though.
a good thing for me because I'm not a fan of Deadpool. I'm only here for Wolverine, so I can care less.
I mean, it's kind of been like every MCU thing lately.
As long as I get Wolverine doing the same shit he was doing in Logan, I want a Savage Wolverine doing some savage shit.
It's not going to be rated R. I understood it's not. I heard it wasn't going to be rated R.
It's supposed to be rated R, but still, I have to see it for myself.
I heard they changed it to like TV 14 or something.
But it is mind you, it is now a Marvel Studios production, so. It's not a Fox production. It's a Marvel Studios production.
So I don't see it being a rated R movie, boys and girls. So
wish that were true. Strange Marvel Theory says, I wonder what review rating score is amongst the non-Marvel fan-based viewers about She-Hulk. I don't care. If I liked the show, I'd be like, what? How could they give it such a low grade? But I don't.
Yeah, I don't see it being rated R because, I mean, they'll probably not have the same humor in the last two this time. And if they don't, then, I mean, like, the violence and stuff wasn't that bad in the last two, so they can easily get away with PG-13.
She-Hulk's been kind of disappointing, but I did like this last episode because of the group therapy scene.
That's the only scene I liked in the whole episode. The final group therapy scene, like near the end. That's the only scene I liked that episode because actually, you finally get a moment where you can engage with Jen as a character when she finally puts her like she finally shows a emotion, deeper emotions aside from just I don't know, just being fun all the time. She actually revealed how she been feeling about She-Hulk this whole time, and we've been waiting for her to do that, and you finally get it. But other than that, the episode was still like, man, why is this here?
Okay.
I haven't even seen the last episode yet.
We need writers and directors who are more learned in Marvel lore to create Marvel movies and television. They got Chris Yost, a guy who wrote comics, wrote TV, like the X-Men Evolution show, and he did the Thor Dark World movie. He's worked on some Mandalorian. Chris Yost is the qualified guy, and how he is not working right now on any of these Marvel TV projects is beyond me. He's the guy who created X-23. I'm one of the few big Wolverine fans that isn't excited by Hugh's return. Let that man retire. Nah, you're alone, Diesel. No one agrees with that.
Look, and honestly, they can easily bring him back to be the main Wolverine because his age literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, he has a couple performances left, I would say.
So,
but
so Sylvester Stallone is 70, still doing superhero movies. He literally just did a superhero
also, I
movie.
will say, Joe, I mean, that could maybe change with Blade now that one director left.
Saw this commercial that said they had blue cheese on this hamburger. Motherfucker, sell the burger. Why are you putting the cheese front and center? Like, that's way too deep. I have to actually think about what you're trying to say. So far today, the big complaints are the existence of time, and Ryan Reynolds doesn't know how to market. Well, that's not true. Of course, the man knows how to market. There's a reason why it's on his
he
YouTube
does.
channel.
I don't like him as an actor, but he knows how to market, definitely.
How big is the Deadpool 3 news? Enough that I emailed a representative of Ryan Reynolds to pitch a movie plot scene.
Oh
Damn.
no, that last trailer was perfect because he goes, we don't have a story, we don't have a concept, we don't have a plot, but don't worry about it. We got Hugh Jackman, and the audience went, yay!
They did like a Christmas version of
It
Deadpool.
is literally geared to the
Once
MCU
Upon a
Marvel
Deadpool,
zombie fanboy.
where it was
They don't care
PG-13.
about
Yeah,
plot, they
made a
don't care
joke out
about
of it.
story.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is just a teaser. Like, that was just literally a tease.
I know.
Yeah.
They should make a magic TV show, so something like Strange Academy. That book, when it was debuted like 2 years ago, man, people really like Strange Academy at my LCS local comic shop has been sold out.
Really?
Was it at Basis Cards? Trinity
Yeah,
was
it sells out there.
sold out.
sure.
Like, people knew that it was going to be a TV show because that was the word from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Diesel says that Chris Yost is great. Quentin says, I like cheese on my burger. Oh, yeah. Whether it's chicken, no matter what the meat is, veggie burger, give me some cheese.
And I agree with Skip what he said there about like making the clean version and then the regular rated R version. That works. And I actually think that if they do Deadpool rated R, I think they could always toss him in other movies and push the envelope with him. Like, if you've never seen an Austin Powers movie, there's like some clever edits and some crude humor in there that, with all the clever edits, like, you get what they're going
The
for
double
and everything.
entendre, you get.
And and it was just PG-13, so yeah, totally doable.
Yeah, I'm not fixed. I'm not like rated R, gotta be rated R, because I watched the Woman King movie and I had no idea until it was gone and I left and I noticed, they called that movie PG-13. That was about war. There was slicing. It got rough, and they still was able to be PG-13. PG-13 and rated R. This is just a set of values and standards which is beyond me. That's just, it's stupid because you can still.
Wasn't Dunkirk only like PG as well?
Yeah, but it's also the amount of swearing that's allowed and the type of content.
Yeah,
because South Park, the bigger, longer, uncut, that almost became a
X.
It went past an R rating. It was going to be the adult rating.
Just one swear word under it.
Right. If they added one more F word, they would have been like in the adult rating territory where only adults can watch it. Like, absolutely. No
like that shitty blonde film recently.
Not 1994 PG-13. They can get away with a lot these days. I want a scene in Deadpool 3 where Wade finds Hugh Jackman thinking he's Wolverine and drags Hugh into battle, and Hugh runs around scared. Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, that would be the place to do it. And then Skip says, wow, I would have thought Woman King was R2. I saw it and wouldn't have guessed it was PG-13. See, I told you.
Yeah.
Now, is the title Deadpool 3? No, it won't be Deadpool 3. It'll have a subtitle.
yeah.
No one's with me?
I mean,
I think so. I'm just trying to figure out what the subtitle could be.
Deadpool joins the MCU.
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, it like a year ago I would say no, but now that it's in the MCU and it's kind of like their first film, and also Sean Levy, who I have no faith in doing this properly, by the way, as director, but yeah, he usually likes doing that with his titles. So yeah,
not a Free Guy fan.
I think they should just do it DP apostrophe D. DP'd.
DP'd.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I watched stuff like Free Guy. They're completely abysmal. No clue why people like it.
Just for you, dude.
Yeah, it was as cringe as Aquafina there.
You can't reverse on my clips. They're supposed to insult you. There's no
find someone better than for it.
All right. You want something better? Here.
Got any better ideas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who was that actress again?
Michael, wait,
Under Ruse.
Hank Pym. Yeah. Question number 5. Who gives the best fighting advice? I think Shang-Chi.
It's gonna be Shang-Chi. He gotta train everybody. He's officially the best fighter in the MCU right now.
I actually got to go with Tony Stark.
If Steve, didn't retire and become old, then he would have still been the best fighter. But Shang-Chi is right now, and T'Challa's dead, so he's no longer.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi's the only. He's literally the best fighter in the MCU right now. It's like he is.
This is one where I have to go Tony Stark. Best fighting advice. I've got a plan. Attack. There you go. That's all you need.
Get
That's
out
all
of
you need.
Or Tony Stark will copy your
That's
move.
it. That's it.
But Tony Stark copies people's moves, so technically,
Tony is Taskmaster.
yeah. He was Taskmaster in Civil War. Copy Cap's moves.
Hey,
That's true.
any comic
That's
book
true.
fan will tell you.
That's
DC
true.
Diesel will tell you that it was Captain America who taught Tony how to fight, comic book wise.
But I don't even think that was the case movie wise, because it doesn't seem like Tony. To me, Tony never really advanced his fighting skills. It's just that he advanced his technical skills, but he knew the basic, like boxing. He knew the bare minimum, like the basic.
Happy Hogan as the best because look how easily he topped Black Widow in the ring with just one match and how good she became. That's how great he is as a coach.
He knows his booty boot camp as Taibo. Shang-Chi's sister or Shang-Chi? That's the only question. And I would go with Shang-Chi himself.
I mean, before this new phase, would you say like Hawkeye maybe?
No.
Yeah, he can't teach you accuracy.
Hawkeye is a formidable fighter, but Shang-Chi could still kick his ass.
Well, I mean, it's like, for like, it's not all about just like fighting skills. I mean, it's like, holding back and
And he did take out Wanda in Avengers 2 easily. Like he easily snuck up on her and took her out.
Yeah.
So
Black Widow will teach you in 2 languages.
I'm just going along the lines of what Second Street Marvel said. It's advice, not training, not fighting skill, but who's given the best fighting advice.
Yes.
Well, Hawkeye,
and Captain America goes, I can do this all day.
Well, and are we talking about characters currently live? Because I'm going off Hawkeye and Shang-Chi, simply those 2.
Well, because again, what advice has Shang-Chi given in fighting? He hasn't really given any advice.
He hasn't given advice, but I would take advice from him specifically because he is a formidable fighter.
How did I know you were gonna say formidable? I watched you too much. I know formidable was the next word you were gonna
I'd
say.
rather take advice from his father.
He did always fight his dad.
I mean, yeah, of course you take advice from his dad. He got the 10 rings. You better take advice from his dad.
Is Killmonger technically dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's gone.
As far as we know.
Who gives the best financial advice? Tony Stark.
Oh, he gives the best financial.
No, hold on. Pepper Potts. Pepper Potts gives the best financial. She's the CEO and the
Well, who's the rich
Lang.
person in the MCU that wasn't born from money?
Well, I'm trying to think of somebody who actually has good financial advice, because that's tough.
Yeah, because Tony and them was born from money.
Hold them a pretty shit financial advice, honestly. Maybe Ant-Man, honestly, at this point. I don't know.
Which one? Hank Pym?
No, Scott, man. It's got to be Scott.
Scott got fired from Baskin Robbins.
But he's good with money, though.
He was an ex-con.
Do you know what his crime was? It was so cool.
Yeah, but he knows how to handle his money,
because the manager discovered he was an ex-con, and that's why he fired him.
Yeah. So, he doesn't have the most money, but he knows how to manage it,
Bruh, I'm going Pepper Potts. Live chat, you guys can all say your pick too.
Pepper Potts, because I remember, I think it was said that she did run the company better than Tony.
Excuse me, she was willing to spend $10 million for that dumbass painting of of those colored lines. Remember that scene where Tony had a picture of the Iron Man, and then he took that one painting off and put that his painting up. That one painting that he took off, that was like this.
I remember
$10
it looked like
million painting.
It looked like the Obama Hope painting.
Yeah, and it was this $10 million painting that was just like what, couple of lines, and it's like, yeah, she has no financial advice. She can't even. Well, she's not an art critic. That's for sure.
No, she just don't have any taste in art. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Hey,
Not art advice.
Art is in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Yes, it is. That's for sure.
The next question of 33 Burning MCU. Well, actually, hold on. There's a couple of live chats that are stacked up, and you watch me, and I respect you. So we're gonna read what you have to say. Skip and Tosh said, "Hold on. Wong gives all the advice." Okay, I can see that. We went to jail because he was hacking security systems. Best MCU hand-to-hand fighter: Shang-Chi, Black Panther, Cap, in that order.
No, he only hacked the security system because he was working for that financial company, and he found out they were robbing people, and that's when he went through and he exposed them and did all he did. It was a little more than that.
Scott can walk out with all the money.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a noble thing, though, and that's not financial advice neither. That just means he's noble with money. He's the Robin Hood. Black Widow technically earned the Soul Stone for herself, even though she died because she sacrificed herself, not Hawkeye. In contrast to Thanos, who sacrificed Gamora. Who is that referred to? Who's he throwing that at? Which one of you guys?
It was about Black Widow giving good advice, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, Vision. That's the correct answer. I'm not fighting that one.
What?
Vision gives the best advice.
For what? Really. Of what?
Because he has
financial advice.
Yeah, financial advice. Yeah.
What financial advice is he given?
He can. He has so much knowledge.
Yeah,
he has a mind stone inside of him.
Knowledge. He can see the future, basically.
He's a computer.
Sure.
I think he's right there. I think Aglax, you win this one. Why aren't you on the stream?
Yeah, he is a giant. He is Google, so.
He is.
Why aren't you on the stream, Aglax?
But we have to remember, Google is literally like built by people.
Why didn't you take
the invite, all the questions in there, all that stuff, information is
all it is a giant information database. It's how you apply that information. Just because he knows what all the stocks are, it doesn't mean he'll know how to. He has no knowledge on what stocks will go up or down. He has no financial advice except whatever he reads on the internet.
But
he was born yesterday.
Yeah, he was born yesterday.
Chicken.
Obadiah Stane, that's who gives the best financial advice because he helped. He goes, "What do you want to do? Get rid of weapons and make baby bottles?" And he goes, "No, we're not making baby bottles. We'll make weapons." He gives the best financial advice.
Vision is sentient, and AI would be able to look at a habit versus success. Bry Wood says, Ultron controlled the internet, so the stocks and all.
Yeah.
And Vision is Ultron.
But that's why he's not good financial advice.
Ultron hacked it. He just basically hacked it so that Claw just got $10 billion. It just
Vision gives the best at financial advice. 7 is who gives the worst relationship.
Well, it can't be Killmonger. He gives the best, obviously.
No, thank you for answering the question first, Cole. Because yes, the one who gives the worst financial relationship advice is none other than Eric Killmonger. Hello, Felicity.
Well, why? She talks
about guys.
Killmonger. It can't be Killmonger because what Killmonger did, he had a bigger mission, right? He couldn't let love. You can't let love cloud the bigger mission.
Is that right?
Yeah, she talked back, so we have the deal for her. That's how you do it.
Wanda.
How do you think your ancestors got these? You think they paid a fair price? Or did they take it like they took everything else?
Wanda and Vision give the worst relationship advice.
No.
We've seen how the relationship went.
Cap gives the worst relationship advice. Go back in time to go get to the woman you love. That's how he gets to the woman he loves. He has to go back in time to get it.
I mean, but Jaded, if it was Haley Atwell, we all would do the same thing. Let's be honest.
I would.
Question 7, Felicity. We're asking who gives the worst relationship advice in the MCU.
Hmm. I think I did hear that someone said Vision. That might be my answer there. Huh.
We're going Vision.
And,
Eric.
and see, look. This is why I say Vision. He didn't know how to keep his girl calm. Because look at what happened in WandaVision, right? He was just letting he didn't know how to like talk to her and keep and make her happy. So
Well,
yeah.
hold on. Since there's no way home now, does Andrew Garfield technically count?
No, he's not in the MCU. He's in the Sony CU.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh,
Number
hold
8,
on.
Cole. How long was the trip from Earth to planet Titan number 2? See, in the end game, they also visited a planet that Thanos was on called Titan. It had a lot more grass. He was planting stuff, and they ambushed him. But how long was that trip? Because all we know was Rocket Raccoon turned around. How many of you guys has been to space? And they raised their hands. Was that like a day-long trip? Was that a little warp speed and they're
Now
there?
they did the warp speed to get there faster. Remember that
Well,
scene
what-
where they went? Wasn't there a scene where they like literally warp speeded there?
They warp sped there fine, but like you wouldn't just warp speed to the right outside Thanos' planet because it would like trigger an alarm or something. You probably have to warp speed somewhere far away and then fly slowly to Thanos' planet so he wouldn't have seen it.
Well, that's what they
He uses
thought.
little portals.
That's what they thought. But that's why Captain Marvel.
Portals.
That's why
He uses
Captain Marvel
portals.
flew down to check it out and see. But she said there was like no guards, no army down there, no nothing.
You're right, that did happen, yeah.
He was
So
just,
then it was a quick
he
trip.
was chilling. He was it. He was done. He was like, I'm making my soup, my potato soup, my stew. I don't care about nobody.
That's another question. What was inside the stew? Okay, under an hour trip, right?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming it was under an hour, at least probably like 20, 15 minutes.
Does anyone agree or does anyone disagree about under an hour? Who thinks it was longer than an hour? Speak now. We have answered that question. Live chat says about 40 seconds. 40.
It's an MCU time. It doesn't mean anything. How long did they get there?
The little hexagon gate.
Yeah, let's say
Vision
5
got-
seconds. A
They
cutscene.
wouldn't. They don't know. They don't care.
It was
Yeah, they
gumbo.
don't.
It was chicken and sausage gumbo. Is there any dialogue
That's
that tells us
actually
how
good.
long the trip took? Not really.
Oh,
Quentin
That
says
is
4
good.
hours.
Chicken and sausage gumbo. Put some shrimp up in there. That's good.
damn.
I believe that the trip itself was under an hour also.
It was that.
Number 9, Trinity.
Is
What
it-
makes Earth C-53 according to the Kree? Why do they call it C-53?
I'm not for sure, man. The Kree are a little out there. They probably got us a reason for that designation, though. I wouldn't have the slightest idea, but I do think I'll tell you. You know what I do think though is I think your boy Myrtle hacked Skip and Tosh.
Let me see.
Oh, but yeah, I'm not for sure. Why would they designate it? I'm not for sure what the significance of that is.
I'm gonna say the C is because it's the Milky Way galaxy. That's what C is. 53. Shoot, that's how many planets are in the Milky Way galaxy from right to left, and Earth was the 53rd one that they counted. Boom.
Okay, let's say C stands for climate change. We're all gonna die in 2053 there.
You're such a cynical man.
Yeah.
Well, quick
Probably
question.
the intelligentsia,
in
aren't you?
Marvel, in Marvel Comics, is there more planets in the Milky Way galaxy, or is it like the standard planets as in real life?
I think it's the standard planets, and Saturn is the home of Thanos, right? Saturn. Someone in the live chat who reads comics will tell us.
One of the moons, the moon Titan.
Oh, thanks, Jaded.
The moon
Okay.
Titan.
Because I'm wondering if there's like possibly more planets in the Milky Way in the Marvel universe. Maybe that might be a
Oh, in
thing.
the Milky Way, yes, but not in our, not in the.
Yeah, I'm not talking about real life. In the comics.
No, I meant in the orbit of in the orbit of the sun, like our planetary system.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's I think there's Titan. There's the blue side of the moon for the Inhumans, and I believe there's another one, but I'm not 100%.
Dude, I was reading a Moon Girl comic, and I saw them say that there's another like anti-Earth where all these monsters go and get sent to.
Yeah,
and
but it was moon. It was.
Well, Moon Girl's not canon.
It was
It can't be
Moon Girl,
616.
please.
Yeah, I'd rather read a Squirrel Girl comic.
Yeah, so
Wow, we're really slandering Moon Girl today, huh? You got a problem with Inhumans?
God, that sounds like some Zack Snyder
Oh,
shit.
God,
Anti-Earth,
yeah.
bro.
They ran out of
Okay.
ideas when they came up with Inhumans. A woman.
What's your answer to
hair-
C53, Jaded Fanboy?
What?
What is your answer for C53?
Oh, easy. Somebody had a Ouija board. They went C53 and then went, there you go. You know, things
Felicity,
like that.
why is it C53?
I have no idea. I think that the Kree doesn't view us as important as we view ourselves, so it's just a random number.
So we're supposed to be A1, right?
We should be A1, but they think we're C53.
There we go.
Well,
Question number 10. Why is it too soon to recast Thunderbolt Ross? It's not too soon to recast
isn't.
Thunderbolt Ross. The character comes first, always. That's a trick question. I don't even want to hear the rest of the panel.
Yeah,
That's all I want.
I knew it was a trick question when I saw it in your DMs. I knew you would do that shit.
Yeah.
it's
Question number
not-
11.
Not too
Is it?
soon.
Oh, go ahead.
It's not too soon, you know. Hey, I mean, they could just delay the Thunderbolts movie, but we know they're not going to do that. So, you know, it's not too soon to recast.
Character
Thunderbolt
comes
Ross.
first. Always recast. I don't care when the man passed. And I'm not saying this insensitively to William Hurt. I just mean to say that there's a story to tell. And if an actor can no longer fulfill that story, it is not insensitive or disrespectful to
So,
cast somebody
yeah,
new to continue what that guy started.
I imagine if they didn't have Dumbledore after the first two Harry Potter films.
Oh, that Harry Potter would have went. That would have pissed so many people off. The franchise would have went downhill because you need that character in the lore. You can't build Harry up as a character without Dumbledore. You can't.
Lunella Lafayette is pretty fun. That's Moon Girl's real name, everybody.
Luna.
yeah,
Oh my God! When
I agree though. Recast Secretary Ross. Recast T'Challa. Recast Wolverine.
Yeah.
Recast
Captain
everybody.
America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next question is a true or false question. Felicity, M'Baku likes a good fight. That's what T'Challa said in the movie. Is this true?
He likes a good.
I think it's
fight.
true. He obviously relished his attempt at trying to be the leader. He lost,
Yeah.
but no, I think he does.
I'm not disagreeing with the king. If he thinks that M'Baku likes a good fight, then it's true. That's two truths.
Yeah.
And he likes a good fight if
True.
he's winning that fight, not losing the fight. The same way T'Challa kicked his ass.
So only when he's winning.
Only when
And how
he's
often
winning.
does he win? If they go to fights to the death in Wakanda and he's still alive, he's often winning. So yeah, he likes a good fight. Your
Wow,
turn, Trinity.
I feel like
Yeah,
T'Challa
absolutely.
might.
True. Loves a good fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now Cole, and does M'Baku like a good fight?
Yes, definitely.
Jaded fanboy, does
He'll say
M'Baku like a
no.
good?
Was it not M'Baku who confronted Okoye and said, "Would you die for your country?" And she goes, "I would die." Like the one.
Without question? No. That was
was-
Wakabi.
Oh,
They
that
don't
was,
all
Yeah,
look
that
the
was-
same,
That
Jaded
was her
fanboy.
boyfriend.
no, I
wasn't it?
just didn't remember who it was. I just didn't remember. if it
That was
that
Daniel
M'Baku.
Kaluuya's character.
Oh, okay.
That was
then,
her
I have to
boyfriend.
go. Yeah, I say he likes a good fight.
Hey, we got all 6 truths. Yay! Live chat says M'Baku likes a good squabble. False, M'Baku likes to dominate. Ah, you ruined everything. T'Challa is one of the smartest men in the world. Chances are he's absolutely right.
How
That's
is
right.
he the smartest?
That's not a question, lol. Kita says, what's up, Chill? What's up, Kita? You know what to do. It's true or false time. So, question number 12, everybody. Deadpool announcement outshines D23. That is
Yep.
true.
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 Yeah. Absolutely. True.
Jaded and Cole?
It's just as irrelevant as anything that was done in D23.
It's
I
just
wouldn't
as
say that.
irrelevant?
Just as
Oh.
irrelevant. It's a nothing. It's a nothing statement.
All right, I guess we're not going to be all in agreement
Okay.
here.
Technically true because it, did just like on the internet and reactions and everything, but off of like how big the news is, and it's about the same. It's just people think it's bigger because they had no expectations with this coming out of nowhere in comparison
Yeah,
to
that's the
D23.
thing.
Yeah, like there were some good stuff at D23, like Werewolf by Night and that one show with Samuel L. Jackson. I forgot the name of it.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying some, little true things, but like the Deadpool 3 thing just took.
Yeah, I mean, off of just reactions, yeah, it did.
I mean, but all right. Let's say if Kevin Feige announced that at D23, that everything he announced at D23 is irrelevant because you just announced that you're doing a movie with Wolverine in it. Deuces. All that other news is the Thunderbolt.
Oh no, I would agree with that. Like it would outshine all the other news because there was so little news of significance.
Right,
But,
it's true. Then it's true. You said true also. Number 13, Jaded Fanboy. You're gonna answer first, okay? The new Blade director will be white. Jaded?
White. I have no idea.
The guy they got rid of, I think he's from Pakistani origins.
Yeah, American Pakistani. And he was actually a solid up-and-coming guy, so sad, but oh well.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to say false.
Okay.
I'm just picking.
I will also say false. I think that it's deliberate whenever they do someone who's not white, it's to satisfy some diversity I guess like requirement. And so I don't expect a white director for the Blade.
So you're saying that the choice of director skin color is going to be diversity inspired,
diversity driven, yeah. And rather than
in that case, I would say then false. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go false because they've been doing that with like older films recently. Like even Shang-Chi's like the guy's not from China or anything, but he's from Hawaii because he's Asian though. Yep, he gets direct Shang-Chi.
So they wouldn't do a white guy? I don't know. Trinity, is it going to be a white guy? Is that true?
No, it's false. It's going to be Leslie Jones.
It's going to be Leslie Jones, baby. K-Dot, is it?
You heard it right here, folks.
If it was true, I'm going to go with true simply because I wouldn't care what skin color the director is.
All right, there you go.
But personally, I have two choices. Either get the dude that did the first Blade movie or Guillermo del Toro, because he did Blade 2.
Get Wesley Snipes to direct.
Has Wesley Snipes ever directed anything?
I mean, I think he's doing too much right now, K-Dots, but that would be cool. But
who, Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted it to be a good movie.
Felicity, true or false? The new Blade director will be white.
I really don't like the fact that this is a true-false question. Just
go ahead, answer it how you want to answer it. Then take it where you need to take
this
it.
This is what. Look, I just wanted somebody to be somebody that's talented. I hope it's somebody that can actually do a good job. It should be merit-based. So if they're white, okay. If they're not, then okay. But give me a good movie.
Oh, so Felicity's hoping for a male director. Then good. Okay.
Hey, male, female, white, black, whatever. As long as they got the talent.
You wanted somebody that was good, so I was assuming.
Yeah, I mean, unless she's French, that's the only way.
Yes, I have a lot of internalized misogyny. Yeah.
Oh, I have a lot of external misogyny, so it balances out.
I have plenty. I can't exercise it. I can't exercise it without getting us all banned.
Why? I've done it. It hasn't gotten anybody banned yet. So.
What is off-white, Joseph Pro Pantalon?
Eggshell.
What is off-white? What?
Eggshell.
Eggshell. I thought about Wesley directing, but I see you, Trinity.
Ooh,
but I want Wesley to play Whistler.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before.
That would be good.
And then Avi Arad to direct the Blade reboot. Okay, the next question of true or false is question 14. Guardians of the Galaxy had the most meaningful music in their movie. That's true. There's no other soundtrack on Guardians level.
Black Panther. They have the best soundtrack.
I mean, to the
better
movie
than Guardians.
He went very Quentin Tarantino with the music in it. For sure.
I mean, well, all right. So the Black Panther music is original music. Like, are we going off soundtrack or score?
Okay, so I did mean the soundtrack more so than like the score, because Ludwig Göransson won an Oscar, but radio hits.
It's gonna depend on what genre you like. The Black Panther album is full of is mainly rap, but with a lot of
real
African tunes in it. And the Guardians music is basically music that's already been out. It's not original, just popular music from the 80s and all that and whatnot.
It's 70s white people music.
For me, I prefer the Black Panther album more because it is original music, though. The Guardians music, while it's cool, it works with certain scenes in the movie.
I got you. It's false for you, K. Dot. Trinity, what's your answer? Guardians had the most meaningful music, radio music.
Of all the MCU shows, certainly, or movies, certainly.
Felicity, Guardians of the Galaxy had the most meaningful music.
I'd say that's true because now when I hear a lot of those songs, I think of that movie. So,
good point.
Yeah.
Right.
When I hear "Come and Get Your Love," yep. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, Hookah Chaka. What's that song called? Hooked on a Feeling. That one. All the time.
Yeah.
Cole, is this true? The Guardians had the best, most meaningful music?
I would say true. It's the only one that's really exceptional to me out of all the MCU scores, which is kind of a waste of potential thinking about him with what DC does. Like the Black Panther one, it is like the second best, I would say. It is better than Gutters, but I mean, I do still think it's kind of just the same MCU score, just a bit better in areas and added like drums. And I don't know why that guy won an Oscar, but
what? Get out of here. Let's go to Jaded Fanboy. K. Dot said false. You can join him.
Oh, yeah. It's not meaningful. It's just rehashing, old 80s songs. How was that meaningful? The songs were memorable because, they were catchy and you remember them. But other than that,
I think just to the movie itself and in general, well, and in context, because it was music that his mom sent to him and stuff. I mean, I think in that sense.
Yeah, like in context of the movie, that music works, but just listening to it by itself.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
As an album, it's like, I heard all this stuff before, But in the context of the movie, the music is amazing.
The soundtrack and the movie itself.
Right.
Well, his mother's music selection sucked, to be honest.
You're terrible.
Well, it was.
Dang, Jay, she had cancer.
This was exactly the greatest music of the 80s. I mean, there was no Phil Collins. There was no Queen.
No, it was 70s.
It was more late 70s.
There was no AC. There was no heavy metal. I mean, there's tons of music that
was there. Wasn't Phil Collins missing that? I have to, he was missing.
No, not everybody has good taste, Jaded, all right?
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
And it was only one tape. It was only one tape. He had multiple tapes of her, so we only heard like one.
And I'm just saying the music that we did hear was some of the. I'm surprised that there was no Journey in that movie.
That is.
Was any Michael Jackson in the first?
At the very end, when Groot was dancing, the Jackson vibe was playing.
But that was in the credits. That was in the credits.
That was an end credit scene. That wasn't exactly.
I mean, has anybody here actually ever made tapes? Like
mixtapes,
usually when you make those things, usually it's like a mood. You're making it for a particular mood. Maybe that was her mood when she made the tape.
And
see
the music.
I used to burn music on CDs. That's all I used to do.
I did when I was like 4.
The good old days.
Tapes of all that mood music. You get you some Jodeci. You get you some.
The type of mood,
I'll just stop before we keep going on.
A certain type of mood, so I
get you some Genuine.
Well, there were a whole bunch of trues and falses in the live chat, so that's a divisive one. Next question is 15. Abomination will Hulk out this season. 2 episodes
Sadly,
left.
No.
False.
Yeah.
False.
At this point, I don't even think he's going to just randomly become evil like I'm predicting.
That's 4 of us going false.
We don't even know if he's going to show up again.
Yeah.
Too much soy in his diet.
False?
Oh, yeah, false.
False.
Yeah.
False.
At this point,
even though I think he's faking it, false.
Just give him like lethal injection at this point. It's just sad what they've done to him.
Bruh.
Right. Yeah, he needs to be corrupted. Like some dark entity needs to come out of nowhere and just randomly corrupt him and turn him into something evil.
Do the same with Loki too. So
it's gotten to the point now that any cameo character that's on the She-Hulk is neutered because that's exactly what they've done.
Well, Quentin says that it's true that he'll help out, but Jared says it's false. And Gray, what's up, Gray, says, where was Prince, Rick James, and Chaka Khan? Hey, refresh your feed and get to the live because we switched questions, Gray.
Remember, can I stop there for a second? Just
Yeah.
1 second. So they have to actually pay for this music. So some of this stuff they weren't able to license. So we got to keep that in mind too.
Oh, I agree.
So are you saying that these artists that they were selected are not expensive, or is it they just took so much of the budget?
Yeah, because you see, Disney doesn't have a lot of money, so they have to, budget.
Nah, for Guardians 1, sure. Guardians 2, they can get anything they wanted because we knew we would get a 700 million box office.
Well,
I think they probably went with cheaper. I think they probably went with cheaper artists to, because some of these artists are expensive. Like Michael Jackson, his estate is. They probably like, yo, you need to fork over some money. That's why we heard only one Michael Jackson song. Probably costed too much to get more of his music.
Maybe because it was Jackson 5 that changes it. They could get that one.
Is Jackson
Robin? What's the bird one? Tweedledee, Rockin' Robin. That one. You get that one. What are the other Jackson 5 songs? There's I Want You Back. There's the ABC song.
1, 2, 3.
Rockin' Robbie. Blame It on the Boogie. There. It's 4. Right?
Yeah,
I'm so disrespectful. Quentin's gonna blast me.
When they reunited, they also had some original songs as well.
Yeah. Big Rail's in the building. What's up? So a couple of falses for the most part. There was one true though from Quentin about will Abomination Hulk out. The question 16 question. Ant-Man didn't know the phone number of Avengers headquarters, and that's why in Endgame he had to drive all the way to the headquarters. This is true. Of course he didn't know the phone number of Avengers. Of course not.
I don't think they have a phone number.
He didn't have a phone. He didn't have a phone to call them.
And it had been 5 years at that point, right?
Yeah,
it had been 5 years.
Even if he did,
so
he didn't know
5
like
years,
that.
he didn't remember the number, even if he had it.
But, I was gonna say I don't think he knew anybody like that anyway, because he was just in with Captain America, and that was really about it.
Yeah, he didn't have a phone, and even if
just
he did have a phone, the phone would have been dead. He wouldn't have been able to make the call anyway.
But did he know the phone number?
I'm sure
he would know how to get his phone charged and stuff like that. He's a smart guy.
I don't think he knew one because remember when so in Civil War when he came in, he kind of went into the fight blind. Like he just like, oh, Captain America, I'm gonna work with you. Like Falcon literally just brought him in, just like, yo, we need extra muscle. And he didn't ask no questions. He was like, yo, I'm rolling with Captain America. Let's do it.
No, because he had to go to the Avengers compound. That's how he fights Falcon. So he knows.
No. Well, Falcon is the reason he was there in Civil War because he asked him to come. What I'm saying is he got there. He saw Captain America. It's like, yeah, I'll work with Captain America. I don't care. Sign me up. He didn't ask any further questions.
But then after that, he obviously proved himself, and they would have.
Did he know the phone number?
But after that,
phone number, guys.
After that, he went straight to jail, and he took the plea deal to be on house arrest, same way as Hawkeye.
Cap did send Tony that cell phone at the end of Civil War. He could have done the same thing with Ant-Man too, but we don't know. We never saw that.
I honestly doubt it because with Tony that was a different type. Because I doubt he did that for Scott because they didn't even really acknowledge.
He got arrested. That's the thing.
He went to jail though.
He went to jail. There wasn't an opportunity to write down a number. Here you go. So Cap has a phone number, but it never worked out. And Ant-Man was one of the guys who played ball. He had the ankle bracelet. It wasn't someone that the Captain America pulled from jail. Like he pulled out Sam Wilson. He pulled out Vision and Wanda. They got to be free. Yeah, he stayed.
But he pulled out Falcon because they was willing to go on the run.
Mm-hmm.
Sam
Pim always said you never can trust Stark.
Hawkeye and Scott wasn't because if they did run, that's gonna make it even worse for them to be with their
families. Yeah. Yep.
So they didn't want to run when they could.
So let's get to the question: is it true or is it false that Ant-Man? Did he know the phone number of Avengers?
Probably not. No. False.
Yep. True. Didn't know.
Or true that he didn't know the number.
Yeah, it's true. He didn't know the number.
Yeah.
True. He didn't know.
He did know the number.
I should rework my questions. I shouldn't have didn't know. I should just be like.
You totally should, Chill. Totally.
Yeah. I apologize to
terrible.
America.
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
It's all me. How did Ant-Man know the address? Because in the Ant-Man movie, he fought Falcon up top the address. Remember? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the address is public anyways. It's a big like compound. Anybody can find it on Google Maps.
Yeah,
the
but I think
Avengers-
in a
and,
Homecoming they had
anybody-
a meeting.
Oh man, here we
Yeah,
go.
and even Avengers Tower, like they have public like headquarters.
Yeah, that was where he asked Pepper to marry. Tony asked Pepper to marry him at the end of Homecoming. So there were a whole bunch of press there. It's known where that facility is.
Right.
He came out of the quantum realm. Everyone was gone, and he was in a storage room. Hank Pym is one of the Avengers connections from that camp. Yep. True, they didn't give him the number. He worked on Peggy and Howard Stark at S.H.I.E.L.D. until he quit. Oh, Hank? Yeah, that's right. Wait, never mind. Ant-Man 2, he went to the headquarters.
I mean, but even in Avengers 2, and not Ant-Man 2, Hank was still like ignorant about messing with the Avengers. He was like, we still don't trust him.
Yeah, because he didn't trust
Yeah,
him. But
'cause
that
Hank-
didn't
right,
mean
Because he's
that
smart.
Scott
Because
didn't.
he's smart.
Next question is 17. A human staff member prepared the tacos for the Hulk. Yes, he would crush those. I don't care how controlled he is. It is true. It was a human staff member. True.
True.
They look like Del Taco tacos, just your average knockoff taco. Yeah, certainly.
Now those was Taco Bell tacos. You can get the
They
Bro,
probably
the
got the
question
Taco
is
Bell in the headquarters.
What'd you say, Felicity?
They probably got the Taco Bell at the headquarters. You know how some places have
Right.
actual restaurants
yeah.
at their facility? Yeah.
You got the little Starbucks in there. Yeah.
They see this big
McDonald's.
ship come out. They see this big ship come out of Avenger. What the hell is that? Working at Del Tacos, you see Thanos' ship just randomly come out.
I work at the Avengers compound Starbucks. It's great.
You guys really don't like answering questions, huh? Cole, is it true or false? A human prepared the tacos.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
Unanimous. It's true all across, right? Right, Jaded?
No.
Jaded fanboy.
Because if you look when Hulk picked up the taco, he had an incredibly gentle touch and handed it to Scott. So
Yes.
it's not like he picked it up and he crushed it. He had a gentle touch. So if he had the gentle touch to be able to pick it up and hand it to him, there's no reason why he couldn't have made the taco himself. Like if
I
he
don't
had
think he
just
put all that
handed the
accoutrement on
tacos,
there.
and if he had picked them up and you saw him crunch it and they made a joke out of it, then I would go, yes, a human person had to make it.
Honestly, I wouldn't know that because I haven't ate tacos in like 12 years.
Oh my
I'd
God,
have
you
to
got
say-
some catching
I'd
up to
have
do,
to
bro. Ground some beef.
Facts.
I don't eat beef.
Brywood says false, and then he says false again over here a minute early. You can't double up the falses. This is a true.
I'm gonna say
You
it
can't do
5
that.
times.
Maybe he's answering the previous question. He can pretend, but nah, none of that. Hulk would have made those tacos bigger. There you go,
No,
Jaded
because he
fanboy.
would have had the pre-made shells and the pre-made. There's no Hulk-sized pre-made taco shells.
You know what? There is.
There
is.
are.
I'm sure there are. I've
Oh,
seen
so
bigger
they're
ones.
not-
I've seen bigger ones.
really? Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, they're probably about twice the size of your regular one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's getting something that big, and they would be pretty fragile, though.
This is the same Hulk that in the She-Hulk TV show was pouring alcohol and mixing drinks. He can make
That's
a
an
taco.
18.
Come
Shots.
on.
It was Taco Tuesday. Yes, it was. It was a Tuesday. I'm giving it Tuesday.
True.
There's a 1 out of 7 chance I'm true. It's true, right, Jaded?
Yeah. That's why they all had tacos.
Right, K. Dot?
The only
It was
Taco
Taco
Tuesday I can think of is the
False.
Lego movie. That's the only Taco Tuesday I can think of.
False. It was not Taco Tuesday.
All right.
It was just a good day to get some tacos though.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna say they got rid of Taco Tuesday after that shit. Because they were running out of customers, couldn't do any more deals.
Considering the compound.
Or
got
maybe the snap happened on a Tuesday, and that's why it is Taco Tuesday is insensitive. We can't do it.
Yep. Twitter would cancel them.
We just skipped that day.
Why are you guys doing Taco Tuesday on a day of remembrance? This is very
Bro.
insensitive.
A couple of people here. Gray says that it's true that it was on Tuesday. Strange says true. It's not just a coincidence. Sure, true. It was Tuesday. Thank you for giving me that. Them Hulk tacos look fire. They did. No one fought braver than the staff at the Del Taco Express. kiosk at Avengers compound. Takes off hat, observes a moment of silence.
They all got blown up. What are you talking about?
They did. Them sons of bitches, they did
When
too.
Thanos blew up the
Their
compound,
day
Everybody
off.
what
says
did you think they did?
Oh,
It was their
man.
day off.
Oh yeah, it just happened to have been their day off.
it's true, right? Right, everyone? Yeah.
Yeah, true.
19, do you believe Thunderbolt Ross will be recast? And I do believe that it will happen. I did read a tweet from the direct. I think we're the ones who broke it, but it looks like they were looking at Harrison Ford, who is 80, to be recast, and I'll take it.
All right,
talked about this
is there
last
any
night.
is there any talks of the Red Hulk being in the MCU?
Yeah, that would be the reason why, so that they can tell
So
that
yeah,
story.
if there's talks for the Red Hulk, then yeah, I'd have to say they'll recast Thunderbolt Ross.
That'd be an
Well, are
awkward
they-
situation, wouldn't it? Like the Red Hulk, the female Red Hulk, because it was like Betty Ross. We don't have Betty Ross in the
We don't have Betty
MCU,
Ross.
and where's she been while Hulk is over here? Bruce
She
is
was a
over here
harpy.
trying to get in the panties of Black Widow. Like
Trinity.
I never did like that anyway, but
Trinity.
that's-
Trinity.
yeah.
Betty Ross was a harpy all this time. That's why she's not been seen.
It'd be the easiest
enough,
recast
fair
for
enough.
them because they already own Harrison Ford's likeness through Lucasfilm. So they should be able to transfer that over.
I wonder if they're gonna have Harrison Ford do the Red Hulk voice.
Nah, he apparently already told him no. Apparently,
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. He
Apparently
doesn't even
already
like
told
Star Wars anymore, so
yeah.
he probably said, "Heck no."
Yeah, but then again, Hugh Jackman said he was done playing Wolverine too. So
He probably.
I mean,
just
but
wants to go meet
with
Feige
Harrison,
and
that's a
tell him
different type of
no.
hatred because he wanted to be killed off.
different kind of hatred.
Because he wanted to be killed off. He was like, "Kill me, like kill my character."
I think he went to meet with Feige just to tell him no, because he said he went there and was like, you know, Kevin,
He
I know
saw the
everybody
rumors.
else.
He said,
You never
"Don't
hear
think
no
about
from
it."
nobody. I'm telling you no.
Yeah, I think
Give
he'll be
him
recast.
give him some bags of weed and some gas for his plane, and he'll be fine. That's all he wants.
Everyone thumbs up the stream. It's 33 Burning Questions with the Jaded Fanboy with SSJK.Sanctum, Felicity Powell. How do I say your name, Felicity?
Pooh Bell. Pooh.
Oh. See, I didn't want to say Pooh. Second Street
It's
Marvel,
okay.
Cole Turner. Question 20, Felicity. Are Shang-Chi's hands more good than Stephen Strange's hands are bad? We just brought up weed. I must have been
That's
high
fucked
when I
up,
wrote this
man.
question. So I think that, well, I'm asking Felicity first. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah. All right. Did you? Okay. I'm not even gonna make the joke. Okay. Forget it.
Yeah, thank you for your sensitivity right now. I think that is, nah, man. Shang-Chi's hands, as good as they are, nothing is worse than Stephen
They're
Strange's
doing
condition.
what though? Can I ask?
Like just damaged. Shang-Chi, like
I mean,
in
but
quality.
his hands was working in Doctor Strange too, though.
Not without the sling ring. Not with.
Yeah, no, but remember
He has
the
to
scene
use
remember
magic.
the scene when his powers was taken away, and his
Yeah.
magic was taken away too, and he was using his hands to do hand-to-hand combat with Mordo.
We established bad writing.
Well, yeah, but that it depends. If they run with this as canon, then I'll just accept that he figured out some magic to permanently fix it.
Well,
Fine
the
then.
thing with his
Shang-Chi's hands
they're
are
just
more
not
good.
they're just not steady to do surgery, and apparently shave his face. You know, he just got a tick. He can do other stuff though. I mean,
or use a time stone, stuff like that.
oh,
Strange
so it
magic.
slows it down instead of doing this.
Yeah,
It slows it down steady.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Because remember,
his hands don't
Pangborn was
work.
using magic to walk.
Right,
So
right.
that's what Strange was doing. When he's not using the magic, then that's when his hands are shaky.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
False on Shang-Chi. That is not a true or false question. It's a bizarre question about Shang-Chi's hands. Or are you trying to say that it's false? Like it's not his hands, it's more so his mind and everything that isn't his hands. It's everything else. That's what you mean? Yeah. Wanda got them both beat. Just like the Pangborn, his hands are fine when he used magic. Okay. Question 21. Is he still Moon Knight when Steven is in control? When it's the guy with the suit and the white mask. Oh, bother. I don't want to hurt you. That's not Moon Knight. That one doesn't count. He's transformed, but Mr. Knight is not Moon Knight.
Yeah, technically he's supposed to be Mr. Knight.
He's Mr. Knight.
Yeah, he's Mr. Knight. Mark is Moon Knight.
I don't know. I didn't watch. I only watched like the first 3 episodes, so I don't.
He's Mr. Knight when he's Steven. I can't wait to see what we see when he's actually what's his name? Jake Lockley. I can't wait to see what he looks like. He's got to have a different suit.
Jake Lockley.
He's got to have a different suit.
That was when the show got interesting. Is when Jake showed up. I wish that we could have gotten that instead of what we actually got. Moon Knight actually was only in the show for like 17 minutes.
You guys didn't see the scene where Jake Lockley as Moon Knight was whooping ass? You guys didn't see that scene? No? Right in the finale, right before he turned on Ethan Hawke's character. Remember?
I mean, but if you blink, you would have missed it though. So it happened kind of quick.
You guys must not have seen it on the American feed. Canadian feed of Disney Plus, they showed the whole thing. Right, Cole?
I blinked and I missed it.
Yeah. Well, I was watching on like Discord, not on Disney Plus.
See, that's why you missed it, Cole. The other Canadians saw it, right?
Yeah,
Jenny?
no, it's because MSK admitted shame accidentally when he's sharing it.
The Canadians that aren't settling the high seas gotta see it.
I saw the first 3 episodes, so I was a dumpster fire and I quit.
Oh yeah, I mean the first and second were the best, and then it went completely downhill.
Depending on which multiverse, I think you mean universe. That's not Moon Knight. Mr. Knight is equal to Professor Hulk. Yeah, but I would still call Professor Hulk a Hulk. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to see Jake's transformation. You missed it, Gray. You got to come up north. I like Steven after the first 3 episodes, but I loved Oscar as Steven the whole time. Question number 22 is, does Doctor Strange lose points for calling his sling ring Slingy? No, I like it.
He called it Slingy?
Yeah, he's like, oh, she took my slingy, right when America Chavez robbed it.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna dismiss anything Michael Waldron did.
Thank you, Trinity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're just gonna dismiss all that.
Wait, he called it a slingy? I remember him saying
that. They said slingy. Yeah. How many times did you watch Multiverse of Madness, guys? Don't you guys watch these movies over and over?
That's all I need to see.
One time.
I think twice, maybe. Yeah,
I didn't hear one word because like 7 of you talked.
One time is enough for me.
Yeah,
agreed.
Why would you want to eat a bad meal twice? I mean, it's
like I didn't hate Multiverse of Madness, but it's like I don't want to watch this again. But I watched it one time and I'm good.
Yeah, it's like
I did watch.
Vengeance has consumed you.
It's like Love and Thunder. I went and watched it one time. Don't need to watch it again. It made me decide that I'm not going to go watch Black Panther.
I don't care.
Yes, he definitely loses points for calling it a slingy.
Yeah.
Like slingy. He doesn't lose points. The writer loses points.
Yeah, but he said it.
He's negative. Matter. He's negative points.
People in the live chat say no, loses points.
Well, technically, there's no more points to lose since Doctor Strange never used a damn time stone. There's no more points to lose.
Loses cool points. Wanda's movie was okay. Very clever, Gray. Next question is 23. If you clone a scroll, can you call it a clone?
Yeah. Why not?
It'll be a clone that can also be other people. You get
it's still a
double the clone.
Wow.
Is it like a double clone then? Is it clone squared or is it just regular?
No, it is a super clone.
They all still have a unique DNA and everything, no matter they kind of all look the same, you know. But I mean, they all have a unique DNA, and if you just clone that, and you got the same DNA structure, the same I mean, it'd be a clone still. Absolutely,
it would still be a clone.
Yeah.
What say you, Cole?
Yeah, it would still be a clone.
All right, everyone says clone. Clone it is. 24. What country is Mount Wundagore in? Canada. We need one. They don't come here enough.
It's supposed to be in the Alps, is it not?
It's supposed to be, but in the MCU, it's the Rocky Mountains.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Any of you guys want to be, not bigots, or are we gonna?
There we go.
States in North Korea. There we go.
I am assuming it's in some Asian country.
Yeah, North Korea. Boom.
They can't even mention South Korea. There's rules. No,
There's rules. Oh my god.
this is a whack question, and I realize it. We're going to 25. Do we trust Thor around the goat? He is going to cook those goats. No, we do not trust him.
I feel like you might do another. I feel like you might do something else weird.
Well, who wouldn't cook them after 5 seconds?
He's one of the
Sorry,
few.
what?
I thought he was one of the few characters in the movie who didn't have a problem with their baying noise.
Yeah,
A lot of people have a problem with the goats.
I think you need to make that a little T.
Do we trust? Wait, I don't get it.
In Thor, you need to make that a little T. I don't capitalize that name no more.
Oh. Shots fired.
Hey, take it easy, man.
Felicity, do we trust Thor around those goats, or are they goat stew?
No, I trust him, but I'm sure he'd get annoyed at some point by them.
He brought it up on the ship with the Guardians. He was the ones talking about how, you know what I mean? You can eat them up, and nah, don't trust them.
I don't remember. I'm
Hey,
traumatized.
he can get attached to a hammer. He can get attached to goats.
I
Quentin
trust
is
him.
on
He's
his
just
way
gonna-
out.
he's just
Gotta
gonna
run,
drink
y'all.
and
See
get
you
drunk
next
and
week.
hang out with the goats. Yeah.
Getting drunk, did you say?
Yeah, he's just gonna drink and chill with the goats. Yeah.
Let Korg take the goats.
Well, he can't get rid of the ghosts. How else is he going to talk to somebody of his IQ level?
Oh.
Burn. Sick burn, Davis fanboy. Way to
Little
insult
T.
these MCU flicks.
Yeah, he did.
26 is
He
who tells
started it.
Darcy that Jane died? Whose responsibility is that?
Me.
She would have been listed on her sheet from the hospital, probably. Emergency contact or something like that.
She would be an emergency contact. What makes you think that the infirmary, it's not a hospital, it's an infirmary, has some sort of like emergency list? How many deaths have they had in New Asgard?
Oh, I don't know.
You know how long they live for? They don't have deaths. They don't have protocol for that.
Hmm.
Didn't think of that, did you?
Good
I think that
call.
the
Doctor
What do you mean
Strange.
they don't have death in Asgard. Hela killed a whole bunch of people.
New
Jane die?
Asgard.
So it's still the same as Guardians. They can
But they
die.
can't
Maybe
cure
Hela
cancer,
killed
though,
all
I
the
guess,
people.
huh?
It's a people.
They don't know how to cure cancer in New Asgard?
Nah, they
They
don't
don't
got.
even know how to build a theme park. What are you talking about? They can't.
They got the Infinity Cones disrespectful, ice cream shop, right, K-Dot?
Oh yeah, that
that's what
play
Infinity
they put
Con.
on is just Shakespearean.
Did Jane die in the movie?
Jane
She
Foster at
died,
the
but
end,
she'll
yeah.
show up again.
Oh, okay.
Sadly.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I'm just like,
Because she ends up meeting Heimdall for like 3 seconds. So
Up in Valhalla. And the thing is, Darcy is an emergency contact. The only one who knows her is Thor himself, and Thor is not considerate enough to tell her. No one is gonna tell Darcy. She's just gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell? What's going on with Jane?" She'll visit New Asgard. I'm trying to find my best friend. She's not hitting me back up. Oh, my lady, Jane has passed, and then that's all she'll learn.
no, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be Mjolnir's job to tell Darcy that Jane died?
Does Darcy speak Mjolnir? Like, what's she gonna do with Mjolnir?
Mjolnir will just
well,
show up.
Mjolnir's so expressive these days.
So
Mjolnir's
expensive.
gonna spell it out. It's gonna shatter into pieces and carve it into the floor.
We'll
Yo,
just
Jane
break
died.
apart and go, Darcy's dead. And then
Maybe
leave-
Tessa Thompson's character calls her
Well-
up and says, "Hey, she died."
Tessa doesn't call her up, but when Darcy visits, they'll be like, "Okay, we'll let Valkyrie come, and Valkyrie will explain it."
Who would be the most disrespectful to tell her or him? Whatever.
Oh, the meek guy, the scissors hand.
Yeah. Go
Korg.
do that.
Korg.
Yeah.
Korg's
Well, here-
face. No, just Korg's face. Just throw Korg's face and go,
Here's
all
the
right,
thing
Darcy, Jane's
I think
dead.
no matter who shows up, whether it's Thor or Valkyrie, to tell Darcy, the second they show up without Jane, she knows what's up.
Yep. Then they can throw a party.
Jane is not dead. She's in Valhalla, same as Heimdall. That's dead. Dead people go to Valhalla.
That's why they're dead, because you can only go to Valhalla once you die as a warrior.
So
Does the
because she has
infirmary-
cancer, she's considered a warrior. Is that what happened?
Well, no, because she died fighting Gore.
Yeah.
Right, but she didn't
died in
die
battle.
like because
did she
he
die
like
in
stabbed
battle?
her or anything, right?
I think it's close enough to the death. It's not like Sif, where
It's the
Sif was out
MCU.
for a long time.
It's the MCU. They're not gonna follow.
I don't
the
know.
rules.
Bro, we just found a
I don't
hole
know.
because he told Sif, Thor told Sif, no, it
You
doesn't
gotta
work
die
like that.
in battle.
You gotta die
you
in
just
battle.
found a hole. Like there aren't 500 of these.
What do you mean? You found a hole. We'll just add that to the list of the other 287 holes in the MCU.
You know,
Oh my
I
God.
stood up
He
and
was so
clapped when she
shocked.
died.
He
That was
literally
great.
shocked. Oh my God! I found a hole.
Are you done? Are you done?
I haven't been done for 3 years. You think
The
I'm
next
done
question is 27 of 33 Burning MCU question. Who has the better playlist, Steven, Mark, or Jake? I think
Jake.
that it's got to
Jake.
go to Jake. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake.
Nah, I feel
Jake Lockley.
like Jake probably plays like only death metal and that's it, like some heavy metal stuff.
Actually,
I
he
like
knows his
heavy
audience.
metal, but
He
he
may as well
probably
be a
plays it
DJ.
constantly.
When he's driving people in his taxi car, he's got to have the right tunes. He probably pulls up, and as you can see his customer, he goes, "Oh, let me just make it seem like I was on that station instead." Because Jake Lockley knows how to make the trips go smoothly.
yeah,
And Jake
kind of like an American Psycho, you know.
Yeah.
American Psycho, right, Felicity?
Yeah.
Jake Lockley.
It's Jake.
I think Jake, because he just basically has music to murder to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He has the better gym playlist. You want to,
He has the
Jake
better
Lockley.
gym playlist.
The gym playlist. I'm on the treadmill listening to Jake Lockley's playlist. He's got Ice Cube, Go to Church, just all that.
Song Shoot to Kill.
All right. No one's going to vouch for Mark or Steven. Over here, we got.
Now they have shit
need-
taste.
They need Luis to tell the story.
You
Jake
know,
listens
they
to
need
NBA
Deadpool to chop off
Youngboy.
his head in the middle of telling a story and say, "That's my job."
Who would chop off whose head? Jake?
Deadpool chop off Luis's head and say, "That's my job."
Yeah. He's done now. Steven has the better playlist. Cite your reasons why. I'll wait. Strange Marvel theories. Nice Eminem reference.
Well, I'm sure Steven has like classic music, and then Mark probably has just the shittiest taste ever.
What's shitty?
He probably listens to like the worst rap music ever.
Steven Rogers had Marvin Gaye's Trouble Man. That's true. We got Mark. Mark Spector had the better music. I don't know. Mark. I think Mark just had like the regular pop hits. Call Me Maybe. Mark had like. Yeah, the regular.
Kesha's TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok on the clock. If it's on TikTok and it's a hit song, it's on Mark's playlist. Mark is just standard. Jake Lockley knows those classics, the old but gold.
Or maybe Mark might be so traumatized he listens to music that his mom forced him to listen to. That's all he listens to.
Hey, we
Probably
can't
has
trust
Nickelback.
Nickelback, exactly. Yeah, Mark has way deeper music knowledge. I think Steven has the better playlist. He knows music history, so his taste is discerning. So it's between Steven and Jake, but Jake is Jake.
Yeah, I mean, as long as none of them are listening to Bon Jovi, then that's good.
Your thoughts on James Gunn's Twitter account? Because I always see him like interacting with people. Unlike other directors, he's more involved, and he's hitting people up with that's fake, that news story isn't really true. So my thought is,
I like that he does that.
But he gives
we need more directors to start doing that.
Nah, he's too involved. Like he got fired for Twitter. How are you continuing to Twitter? You get it?
Well, I mean, killing like rumors, all right, like rumors and stuff. Because I'd rather rumors get killed like immediately, like shot down, instead of let them fester and people start,
true,
just making up nonsense and then acting like running with it as if it's true. We need more directors like that. Actually,
I'll give you that.
Rumors.
So
whatever's real is real, and whatever's fake can just disappear.
I tweeted at him one time when he was virtue signaling really hard about something. I can't even remember what it was. But I said, look, you of all people should know that virtue signaling, is bullshit. So, just stop it. He didn't respond back, but I'm sure he got like 50 million responses back to
No,
that
no, he saw
particular tweet.
yours. He saw your tweet for sure, and he was like, "Oh, never mind." Or you
I
might be
think he-
muted. Who knows?
Huh? Who? What?
I've heard people say that they don't block, rather they mute, because when you block, it gives them satisfaction that they've been blocked.
Yeah, and it makes
You know?
them look bad. Yeah, mutes. What they do.
I think
Yeah,
James Gunn
I
learned
usually
not
just
to
mute.
make
I
bad
don't-
jokes 10 years ago.
I rarely block.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
like
think
what
it's-
he does for the most part. And that definitely when he's trolling the Snyder fans, and God, Snyder fans are so clue. They made a joke one time, just characters standing, with each other saying Snyder is the blueprint, and he added on to it saying, "Yes, I'm forever," in depth to him, and they didn't realize that he was adding on to the joke and actually thought he was taking it serious. Like, oh, of course James Gunn took it serious. Like, God, that's how brain dead they are.
All right, roasting the Snyder people. Yeah,
That's pretty
that
usual.
oughta. I'm sure the 23 people in the live chat right now are all are not Snyder people. And
Yeah, I mean, if you just like his films, that's cool. But I mean, your fan base on Twitter and such are brain dead. Sorry.
yeah, all three of them have mind playing tricks on me by the Ghetto Boys. Funny. that was good. Chillmonger, well, I tweeted James Gunn's Twitter. He hearted a comment I made. He liked it, eh? Okay. There you go. How does that make you feel, guys? You feel like your valueless lives have been made worthwhile?
I've been noticed.
Absolutely. I need the validation.
You need the validation every now and again.
Absolutely.
Not looking
I
forward
heart
to...
everything.
Do you? Well, there you guys follow.
I heart everything that I respond to.
Yeah.
I just feel like it makes me look, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're just, we're talking to the air basically. So, I don't take any of it seriously.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm not even a real person. I'm Chillmonger, you know what I mean?
I thought Twitter was real life. Wow.
Nope.
No, it's actually not. It's actually
Damn.
false. 29, we're asking, how can Marvel find a new audience, Cole? What do we got to do, bro? Because I feel like the Black Panther movie found a new audience, and what do they got to do next? They got to get into the race car community? Well, like, who's there? Cole?
Well, let's see. Are there any like
never hear the part
characters
of the
they can
question
pull up?
where I end it and then I say a person's name. I'll be like, all right, that's the thing. What do you think, Cole? And Kate will answer.
Well, listen, we're lacking the racism, representation here. Are there any clan characters from the comics? Let's see.
Clan characters? There's a character called Hate Monger.
There's a character
nice.
called Red Skull.
Red Skull.
Technically, Eric Jostin was basically a Nazi.
Oh,
Who's
okay.
Eric Johnson?
Eric Jostin, he was Atlas or Goliath as well. Either
Goliath?
He was part of the Thunderbolts.
I feel like we're missing the blind community.
The blind
Daredevil will be
community.
here.
We don't have a
Daredevil
blind
will be here
character?
soon.
Wait, can't even see the fucking films.
We
Come
don't
on,
have a
dude.
blind character. Daredevil.
Daredevil needs to stop lying about being blind. He ain't blind. He needs to stop lying. He needs to stop lying. He can't be going around talking about,
Yeah,
oh,
like, well,
blind.
You
You know,
literally-
actually
what do you expect the blind
He
community
got-
to say?
Medically blind. Medically
wish-
blind. He can still see.
I wish K-Dot had his camera on because it's like, oh crap, I forgot about Daredevil.
Yeah, okay, what do you expect them to even say, Kate?
I don't even.
I'm
Dude,
so
look,
glad.
I know
you
Daredevil
might
blind,
agree.
but I don't
Daredevil.
count him as blind because he's
You
not
don't
blind.
count him as blind.
Nah, he can still see. He can see. He can tell if you're lying based off your heartbeat. That dude is.
No, he's got other sense. He's using his other senses. Though those are enhanced. That's why he's able to.
Hearing, that's how he's able to hear the heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
Let's look at somebody's live chats. I don't like virtue signaling either. Mr. Rogers can kiss my ass. Well, Again,
will like
aggressively
that.
relaxing with his clever little remarks, bro. That's a kid's show. I understand what his goal and role is, so it's not the same. If Chillmonger hearted my comment, I'd be flattered. Aw, get those disability checks. Red Skull, Crossbones,
That's all cross. Well, not so much Crossbones, really.
sin all
Look,
Nazis.
going back to the question, just real quick. I mean, look, they've already got a show with Echo, a deaf amputee. I think that's as far as they're going to be able to go with finding a character that specific. They found an actress who had the same qualities. I mean, come on.
Okay, here's an interesting possibility for an audience that Marvel can go for. An audience that actually wants well-written, well-scripted stories and movies. How about that?
You mean the one they had before?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, and that's really the answer. Is continue to make good movies that people want to watch.
How about an audience that actually, when they see something that's related to the comic book, goes, "Oh, okay, that's actually relevant to the actual source material." How about doing?
Oh my god!
How about you make some good films? Amazing.
They didn't get everybody wanting to be in the MCU, all these actors and directors and everything and writers, by making the She-Hulk show. They did that with the first 3 phases.
2.5 maybe.
God.
And I mean more than She-Hulk. I mean just kind of all these shows they made. Okay, I don't mean to be too mean about She-Hulk. I know that I must be a terrible person for saying that. God dang.
Oh, here's another new audience. Here's another new audience, Marvel. Comic book fans that actually read comic books. How about that?
Yes.
And that's how we got that casting from people who don't read the comics. There we go.
Of course.
I can't believe K-Dot's actually said that. We need more of the blind community.
And movies with directors that don't self-insert themselves in the movie. How about that?
Yeah, K-Dots, tell me one blind person who went, man, I'm so glad to see myself on screen.
Man explains so much. Many see, because when they hear the audio, they can hear the blindness in the character. They can hear their blindness. So, you know.
I'm sorry, what?
That's a superpower. That is a superpower. Hearing blindness.
You can technically be blind and still be able to see, though. You can.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No, there are some cases. It's more like, you know, like you won't take a step and you can like vision, like, you know, sort of like a framework, you know, line.
Right, wait. So quick question about Daredevil. So we know his hearing is what helps him a lot, you know, hearing and that.
Yeah, the sonar, like a bat.
So in Daredevil 2003, when they showed his vision, was that accurate to how he sees the world?
Like that was the water hitting thing. So his hearing was being picked up. Yeah,
that was
his
the
hearing
rain.
picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
No, he basically picks everything up like, yeah, kind of like that, but he just doesn't see color. Like he can see the texture of the clothing. He can see like, yeah, it's a lot more.
Only in the movies. That shit's not in real life. Just want you to know.
Yeah. That's why I mentioned Daredevil 2000, because I think that's what showed his vision the best, like how it actually
like
works.
sonar.
That weird sonar thing.
I think it's really what it represents is kind of being able to be present. Because if you're somewhere and like say it's dark and you can't see anything, you can still kind of I wouldn't say feel your way around, but kind of hear things around and you can hear sound bouncing off stuff. So I think the representation of itself of how it would seem, it kind of makes sense.
We're still on handicapped, huh? Okay, so what is an OAP superhero?
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
We're not in your circles, Brywood. You got to let us know what an OAP is.
means old age.
An old age person?
You mean Steve Rogers?
Steve Rogers. You got Steve Rogers. You got Hank Pym.
Mm-hmm. You got Bucky.
Technically, you got Bucky as well.
Dude, you know, I want Jaded to send Kevin Feige a letter saying, as an old white male, Thunderbolt Ross meant a lot to me, so you shouldn't recast him. It's too soon. You didn't do it with Chadwick, you know?
I'm not getting
Yo.
into the Chadwick Boseman conversation. I'll leave that to Chill because
Yeah, right. Like, just go watch my whole weeks of
Chill's
content. But this was
nicer about it than I am. So
Joseph
I'm not.
says, when you lose one of your senses, the others heighten. That's facts. Yep. Wolverine. Yeah, there's another one. That's an old man audience.
Wolverine
Professor
count-
X.
Handicap again and old.
all of the Eternals.
Yeah,
Is it
they're
all the
old. Yeah, they made a deaf cyborg. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Hey, there might be one in the wheelchair, rolling around, doing their thing.
Yeah.
Or another one hopping around on one leg.
Someone who's retired old age pensioner. Thank you. Wolverine's ages slowly. Hey, still old. That's what counts. The next question is 30. We got 4 questions to go, I guess. If you could add one more person to attend the Tony's funeral, the one in Endgame, who would it be? Thunderbolt Ross was there. All the Wakandans, the 3 that mattered, Okoye, Shuri, T'Challa. Who needed to be there that wasn't actually Nick Fury?
Showed
might not
up.
have been there.
No, he was there. He was there.
In,
He was there.
in
Fury was
Spider-Man No Way Home or Far From Home, remember how it was a Skrull being Fury the whole time?
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
he
yeah,
told
yeah.
Peter Parker, I didn't
Right.
talk to you at the funeral because that would have been insensitive. So I'm like, yo, was he Fury or was it Talos being Fury? But I also know that when Talos transforms into, he retains some of your memories. And also, if he was on a mission to become Nick Fury probably would have told me, "Yo, listen, if you see Peter, the last time we saw each other was at the funeral, so say this and that." So I'm just gonna say Nick Fury was there. There's no way Nick Fury wasn't there, and it was actually Talos. Someone who should have been at the funeral, and I had an answer to this before I asked it. Someone else go. I don't know who I was thinking of.
Justin Hammer.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I was
He's in
thinking
jail.
like Justin Hammer. Yeah, he could be there.
What about the woman who accosted him at his presentation and basically
At the
caused
elevator?
him to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred Woodard's character. That would have been
Okay.
good if she showed up.
Yeah, but only he knew about her though.
Yeah, but I mean, he died. He's famous, so why wouldn't she show up to it?
Because
Close
we
the
wouldn't let
circle.
her in.
Close the circle.
I guess.
Quentin Beck.
Quentin Beck.
Why?
Yeah,
Got
the
fired.
reporter he smashed. Yeah, she could have showed up.
Christine Everhart.
Yeah, Everhart. Yeah.
Is she though? Is she funeral worthy? Nah, Pepper Potts wouldn't have invited her
True.
because she's like, so one of my duties is I take out the trash. Remember that one?
The trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, was Everett Ross there? Or...
Oh! You know, I got it. Phil Coulson.
No.
Because he's alive because
Phil
Agents of
Coulson.
Shield is canon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
sadly,
Tony Stark
Howard the
wouldn't have
Duck
known-
was robbed.
Tony wouldn't have
William.
known that he's alive though. Nobody would have known that he's alive.
Doesn't matter. Phil Coulson.
It doesn't matter.
We
If
know he's
Agents of
alive.
Shield
damn it.
is canon,
Edward Howard.
I think that adds more fuel to
Yeah,
Agents of Shield isn't canon.
I
Yeah, someone
almost
said
said that too. I was
Terrence
thinking
Howard.
that. Terrence Howard. That would be funny.
Terrence
Uncle Ben.
Howard, that would have been great.
Yeah, no, William has the best one.
He shows up. What's up, man?
What about the lady he said your son wasn't a terrorist in Iron Man 3? He was in there.
Yeah, he was. That little kid that he bonded with, he was at the
Harley
funeral.
Keener.
No,
or
no, no, no.
something.
He's talking about the lady that was in the town where Harley lived in. The one
Yeah, that he talked to at the bar.
combusted in town. Yeah, that he talked to at the bar.
Man, now I can't recall something
Why?
from a movie.
But why? Like just a random. You if that's the case, you might as well invite the guy that says, "Hey, people say I look like you" when he was in the ambulance. I mean, it's like that's just a random.
Oh yeah,
The guy with the
he should've
tattoo,
been
the
there.
horrible tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
He should
God.
be there. Totally.
She did that
I'm with
spread
you on
for
that
him.
one. Yeah.
Very good comments. Oh man. Okay. Anyone else want to touch on this one, or are we done?
I
No,
mean,
I
was
would-
Everett
my
Ross
guess-
at the
my-
funeral or no?
Mine would be Justin Hammer to a soundtrack as he walks in and he just starts dancing and he just
31
like,
Jaded
"You're dead!"
fanboy. 31. How is Armor Wars better off or worse off as a feature film rather than? Oh yeah, I said video topic because that's my reminder. I'm gonna turn this one into a video, everyone. So let's just have an understanding that it'll be clipped. I'll start over again with.
Okay, I'll make it short because
Wait,
every
hold on, Cole. I'm going to introduce it like it's a video because this will be clipped and
Oh god. Fuck.
It's 33 Burning MCU Questions, a live stream I do every Saturday. It's Chillmonger, it's the Jaded Fanboy, SSJ, K. Sanctum, Felicity Poobell, Second Street Marvel, Cole. We all have channels. It's all in the description right now. And we're at question 31, where we are asking, how is Armor Wars better off or worse off being a feature film? I'll go first. I think that it's way better off with a feature film because the level of dedication and just quality that has been going to the movies compared to the shows is evident. If you love the story, you want it to be on film. You want the 200 million budget to be condensed into a 2-hour movie, then spread into 9 episodes. Anyone else want to touch on this one?
Yeah, I think. Well, for one, I think it's better off as a film because I mean, you think about just the production value in itself. Kind of like you're saying, you break all that time down. You're getting it just in a condensed window. But we're also talking about like the cinematics of itself. We're talking about a musical score, the soundtrack of the film. We're talking about so much more that goes into the actual production of a movie. It's more, it's more film style based as opposed to what you get out of a TV show, which is not necessarily just a lot more budget, but a lot less budget, but broken down. Even in a lot of senses, like it's not as cinematically pleasing and everything, which is something that I feel out of an Armor Wars definitely needs to be, because it seems like they've got a lot of things getting ready to happen in this movie.
Cole?
Yeah, I just think all the MCU shows so far, almost all of them, besides maybe like one, just the way too much filler.
Way too much filler.
Yeah,
She-Hulk literally stopped the show a couple episodes ago. This is the self-contained wedding episode, guys. I know you thought we were gonna get a self-contained episode.
That was supposed to be part of the joke, though.
But it's not a joke.
It's a comedy. Remember, it's a comedy.
Yeah,
it's a synonym for filler.
And there are no like hype moments in it, really. In my opinion, it always just is at like the ground level, and it never, reached that. And like their shows, just the whole format and formula they've been doing these have just failed. Like even when a film is bad, I'd rather watch those.
But the movies, even though you don't like them or you're not feeling them as much, at least you can recognize that it's still better.
Yes.
Felicity, how is Armor Wars better off or worse off as a feature film now?
If I think about it coming from both sides of it, I think it's worse off as a feature film because they won't be able to hide if it does badly. They can, if it's behind a paywall, they can keep those numbers to themselves. But if they actually do it well as a feature film, then they can reap the benefits. But they may get exposed if it doesn't do well. So,
you think they would do a feature film if they didn't know they had something in their pockets? I'm not saying Robert Downey Jr. is coming back. I'm just saying, like, maybe they saw the footage of Riri Williams in Black Panther, and they're like, well, this is a star. This is the future of this company. She's definitely going to be in this Armor Wars movie, and she'll be the lead,
I personally think that there's some behind-the-scenes reasons why they're doing this as a feature film as opposed to a show. If they were going to change it to a feature film, why wouldn't they announce that at D23? Why did this happen the way that it happened? Something happened. There's other reasons for why they changed their minds on this one.
Yeah. Jaded Fanboy, we better off that Armor Wars is going to be a feature film?
I would have to say it would be worse off in certain aspects if it was a feature film because they would have to condense that storyline into like a 2-hour movie, and there's more to the Armor War story than just Tony Stark beating up people to try and get there has to be the build up for him to even it could be told better in a TV show. The problem is with what we've seen in the TV shows, there's no real faith that they're gonna do a really good job. So but it's better off as a film because it'll be a higher budget. It'll look nicer. They'll obviously put guaranteed the fight scenes that they're gonna do in the movie are gonna be way better than whatever they're gonna do in the TV show. So
Yeah.
it's better off one way, but it's also worse off in another way.
See, if you know what you're doing and how to make it, it's better off as a TV series. But since they've shown us how they deal TV series, it's always less than movies. Then boom. K-Dot, you want to wrap this one up? Armor Wars, better off or worse off now that it's a movie? K-Dot is not with us. That ends that topic. Let's read the live.
Feige on him. I muted it for a minute. I totally agree that it should be a film. Main reason with these MC shows, we're dealing with a lot of filler. She-Hulk's a prime example of unnecessary filler that is going nowhere. You're writing these short mini series and they don't kick into gear until like the 5th or the 6th episode, but they need to start kicking into gear like episode 2 or episode 3, not kicking into gear at the last 2 episodes. So yes, Armor Wars, I know it's a big story, but do it as a movie. So, you got 2 hours where you need to literally focus into having a story. You can't just dilly-dally and add all this filler. You need to actually have your beginning, your middle, and your end. So at least they're going to be more focused, hopefully.
Yo, Aglax just said that Tony Stark's cabin is an Airbnb. It's pretty close to me. Definitely want to rent it and do a Marvel marathon there. Yo, shoot videos there. Jared Dyer says bigger budget and hopefully more Riri in it. Hey, Jared, you're my type of people. Adnan says, yeah, good 2-hour movie as opposed to a 6-hour meandering, dilly-dallying show on Disney Plus. Yo, Tony.
If it wasn't meandering and they actually tried to put effort into it, then yes, I would highly prefer it as a TV show.
Rhodey's been sidelined for a while now. Yeah, he is a side character. Let's not pretend he's the main character energy. Has there ever been a Rhodey comic book? Even Ironheart.
The last time Rhodey done anything cool was that action scene in Iron Man 2 with him and Tony at the end. Like where he actually felt side by side with Iron Man.
War Machine had his own title for a while.
Oh, he did? How long is a while?
Oh, God. I think mid-90s, maybe.
All right. Well, I didn't know that, and now I do. The next comment is... Oh, Gray agrees with you. Bry gives us a couple of fingers. We got William saying, is Pepper Potts going to be in it? Oh, yeah. I think that the whole, Iron Man franchise type characters will be there again. Don't not getting any younger. Dawn's not getting any younger. They got to hurry up. He's not that old, though. He's not that old where we got to worry about him losing him. Come on now.
And without Iron Man, exactly how are they going to be doing the Armor Wars storyline?
They do it because someone has a suit of Iron Man. Yeah. I don't know. Riri can be there to be the suit
Pepper
person.
still technically owns it.
And the reason in Armor Wars is hey, what if Tony Stark's villains got his tech, but they kind of did this in the other stories throughout the MCU. Iron Man 2 primarily.
It's just a name though. Sometimes they'll use a name that just sounds really good, like Daredevil Born Again, even though they did the Born Again story in the Netflix show.
Right. I don't know. It's just going to be weird doing it without Tony.
Yeah. That's the channel. That's the video. I'm Chill, Jaded, K-Dot, Felicity, Trinity, Cole. Deuces.
Chill.
Yeah, I'm playing with you guys. I was waiting until someone said something.
I said, did he actually freeze?
No.
Nah. Why even do D23 and conventions? If you listen to what we got recently, okay? The Deadpool news was amazing. The Armor Wars news, that's amazing. Or we all agree that it was positive. Why are we waiting for a room full of people to say something and listen to applause when you're gonna do Ryan Reynolds' Twitter account? What? Why do we have these conventions if they're not going to be utilized for the primary announcements? I'm not hyped for conventions anymore. I don't see them because you've shown me you could wait 2 more weeks and then tell me Deadpool's coming. You were gonna say something, K-Dot, right?
No, I'm agreeing with you because like
You just
that's what these conventions are. We getting these big reveals, and if I just get all right, the Wolverine news, right? We should have heard that D23, not on Ryan Reynolds' Twitter account. Not saying that hearing it from Ryan Reynolds is bad or nothing, but that's what your con is for. It's like if imagine Warner Brothers at San Diego Comic-Con, right? And then a week later they say, all right, Henry Cavill's back as Superman. Why don't you reveal it at your con?
Right.
That's what we're watching these things for. Is why, and this is why I think the internet is a huge reason for it. Because when you have to go to cons like to get this stuff, you have to pay to go see them. But you can't really do these cons now. You got the internet because people are leaking information and stuff as these things are happening. They're leaking information after that was probably saved for something else. So it's like you can't really do cons anymore because the only way to go to cons back in the day was you had to pay for them, and it was exclusive, like truly exclusive. So,
well, what do you mean exclusive? Anybody could get in.
Well, you have to live
but,
there.
But you had to like go to this one spot just get it. It wasn't like the internet where this information just constantly come in daily.
And if we had to travel to Texas or we had to travel to New York, we go. That's how it went.
I think
but,
the thing is like,
I know, but I'm saying because it was exclusive in one spot. This news
I think the Daredevil thing is a unique case because of Ryan Reynolds and how he's able to utilize the social media and all that stuff to promote. But I also think like things like well, I also think the other thing with some of these other things is like I think Armor Wars probably just came up out of nowhere. They're probably like, you know what if we kind of shifted this? Like maybe they didn't know for sure yet, but I think more so than anything like D23 and the cons is just to kind of highlight and showcase what they've got coming up, as opposed to the thing that's supposed to get you hyped up for what's coming up.
Okay. Well, you see, comic book conventions used to be about going to a convention to buy comic books. See, right. And the problem is that now they have no idea what to do with conventions.
It's hype. It's hype for investors. It's hype for fans, and it's money in their pockets. That's what it is. I mean, D23, I think, was like the last major thing that was happening before, like the last investor call that they're supposed to have for Disney. So, they want to hype up those people so that hopefully they don't ask questions they shouldn't ask. Yes. Like maybe why Armor Wars is being announced as a movie after D23.
I think Star Wars Celebration.
Kevin Feige, right, Trinity? Trust in Kevin Feige.
Absolutely. He knows what
Star
he's
Wars
doing.
Celebration and D23 and Victoria Alonso, especially her. The X-Men is outdated, everybody. So Star Wars has Celebrations. The Star Wars has D23. You guys gonna keep talking? Like I'm trying to get this point out, and like 5 of you have at one point in time interrupted me. I'm saying that Marvel has their Comic-Con, and Marvel also has D23. Now, you would think that because D23 contains Marvel and Star Wars, that they'd have like the better thing, right? And it didn't. Ryan Reynolds had the best thing to say, or the best news. Why even do conventions? I don't know. But I feel like anyone who was supposed to be hyped by these announcements of what we actually got at D23, they're looking at Deadpool and going, oh, okay, I devalue every convention, any get together, anything where there's a whole bunch of people that are supposed to make me happy. It's not for me. It's for maybe the people who attend because they're starstruck and they get to see Brie Larson on stage with Leon Paris and Iman Vellani, and that's their people, that's their thing because they're starstruck. It's for those people. It's not for people like me who want to hear your plans, who are like invested in storylines more so than characters.
Well, this is probably just a shot in the dark, but maybe Ryan Reynolds had a deal with them that he has to announce it on his Twitter because it's his product or it's his baby, so to speak. So maybe the reason the Deadpool 3 announcement wasn't at D23 was because Ryan Reynolds goes, yeah, I'll do it, but it's got to be announced on my Twitter. I got to be the one that gets the traffic for it.
That's
Well,
a
Ryan Reynolds is a businessman. I mean, he has his own gin, for Christ's sake. He can't be advertising that at Disney.
Right.
no. We saw it.
So
His gin was part of the commercial.
at not at D23 though.
You're right.
So maybe that's why it wasn't announced at D23 because Ryan
I think-
Reynolds had some deal.
I think they get more earned social. Would you say like more earned social credit as well by having Ryan Reynolds do that as opposed to doing it at D23 because they know because he can utilize the social media for that reason and get people hyped up about it. Plus, that's how they've done it the whole way with that. I mean, I think it would be different if we were talking about if they did that with, say, Wolverine and Hugh Jackman all of a sudden came out doing this. It'd just kind of be out of the dark. Like, that's not really what he does. It'd be something like Ryan Reynolds does. Like, The Rock maybe could do something like that. But I don't think it's anything that a lot of them are used to doing. And I think that's what it is. I mean, and obviously there's some things that kind of get, can get them more of that earned social credit as well with certain movies and things.
Yeah, we all saw what The Rock did with that one fan for that social credit. She was waiting outside for 2 hours. Kata, you retweeted it. You're the one who showed me it.
Yeah. Oh, with that girl.
That girl outside, and he took a photo with her, and he's like, "Oh, you go to the coolest school ever, and you're the coolest student at the school," and it was weird.
Oh, the high school thing, the girl that took him to her prom date. Yeah, that was funny.
He did that one too. I remember that one too. That's a separate one, but yeah, it was different.
Okay.
33. The 33rd question of 33 Burning MCU questions. Why did Daredevil make the She-Hulk trailer? I don't get it. I don't know why they advertised it. Jaded, why?
It's easy because it's the only way people were going to want to watch the show. People weren't going to watch. Even She-Hulk admitted, we know this is a cameo show.
Yeah.
You're here to see the cameos.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it's my show.
Yeah, it's my show, but even though it's my show, you are coming here to see the cameos because
you're here for
like
Wongers. Yeah.
That's why Daredevil was in the trailer.
Felicity, why was Daredevil? Why did he make the trailer?
Yeah, he's the only character I care about in the show. I don't care about Jen. I don't care about She-Hulk. I think Wong was made to look like a fool in that show. Look, it's they want people to watch it, but they know that people are going to crap all over them because they're pushing him further and further to the back of the line as far as the episodes. So they want the benefit of having him in the show because they know it'll get eyes on him, but they also want to crap on us online because we're complaining that Daredevil is not showing up.
Am I right?
Nicole, why was Daredevil part of the trailers for She-Hulk?
Because that's the only way they're gonna get anyone to watch this shit. That's about it. There's zero purpose to have him in this show.
K-Dot, Daredevil was part of the trailer. Why?
To get people to watch the show. He was one of the only reasons I was really watching. I had a investment to watch because of She-Hulk, the character itself, but Abomination, Daredevil, they're really the reasons I'm watching, Yep. And I think, honestly, I would have preferred that these characters not show up, but it's a connected universe. They want characters to pop up, but it's all just distraction. I don't know why they keep doing this. Yes, it's to get people in, but it's just distractions from the character we're supposed to be focused on.
K-Dot, you mean you didn't watch the She-Hulk so you could see Jen attend a wedding and have to wash the sheets? I mean, come on.
Is that the serious question?
I mean, I wanted the show's supposed to be a comedy and it's not even funny. Like, at least be funny. Like, you're a comedy. You're not funny. Everybody Hates Chris is a better show than this, and it's a sitcom just like She-Hulk is. Like, and
wait a minute,
like, humor is
subjective.
Humor is subjective, but my goodness, I only laughed at two things in this whole show.
Are you saying it's because women can't be funny? Is that it?
Nobody said that.
Funny? Shoot. I can't think of.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I knew you were gonna think. I'm like waiting for you to say somebody, some female comedian.
Monique is a funny comedian.
Tiffany Haddish?
Nah, Monique's funny.
Monique. We got The House of Nerd Show says, not gonna lie, I'm dummy hype for Jackman and Reynolds in the Deadpool Wolverine film. Oh yeah, totally. The video opens up with him saying, sorry, we couldn't be at D23. Yeah, I know. To string people along, to get people to watch it. They tease Daredevil. I mean, not Daredevil. Wait. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you do mean
Daredevil.
Daredevil. I was thinking of Deadpool. They teased Daredevil in the mid-season trailer 4 and 6. We only got 2 episodes left. It's tight. I know, D. Titania, The Wrecking Crew, Abomination, all done dirty. Hey, Taskmaster's not Taskmaster neither. I can't take some of these characters seriously if they appear in something else that has dangerous stakes involved. You're right. This show didn't elevate anything or didn't build to anything. It's pretty bad.
Right, and this is why personally for me, this is why I think you should keep comedy, and even DC can run into this problem, especially with Peacemaker, that like John Cena show up in another show. When you have comedy mixed with serious stuff, like, all right, look how Wong acted in this show, right? Like a complete buffoon comedy character, despite the MCU. Next movie, he's gonna be smart and intelligent all of a sudden again. Like he's not
fortify your mind.
Yeah. You know, I'm not saying I want him to be a dumb buffoon comedy character, but it's like, how do you just jump? Yeah.
I'm with you. If they're gonna have She-Hulk do that again, I'm gonna hunt down Kevin Feige. What, twerk again? Yeah. That's part of the problem here. Do you agree with this, K-Dot? Kita says they could have her twerk again.
Please have her twerk again, because that's the only thing that's gonna get me to, be less angry. Please.
Probably
make her twerk.
It's gonna get people
make her
talking about
twerk so I
the
can
show.
make another edit for you guys.
Okay, that was the 33rd question. Tony says Wong is funny. I think he's funny because he's like a dull guy. Though that's his what he offers.
His gimmick.
But I don't think he's like a jokey guy or Wongers.
He's very
type
dry.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, why do you have to bring these memories back? I'm trying to forget this. I'm trying to.
In the Kardashian they brought into the show. She's not a real Kardashian, but that's a Kardashian. If I ever seen a Kardashian.
Hey, there's a question for you, Chillmonger. For next episode, which is worse, Wongers or Slingy?
Ted DiBiase says, "Happy birthday, Brie Larson."
Ted
Bro.
DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
It is my birthday, not Brie Larson's birthday. Up top, yeah. Felicity, it's the first time you were on my show. Why don't you plug yourself? It's the end of the stream. Tell them who you are, what we can find on your YouTube channel.
Well, I guess I can call myself a nerdy naysayer at this point because that's pretty much what I'm known for. So you can find me on the Quentin Time podcast on Wednesdays. I hang out with Nerd Mafia and Scotty Hawk over there, in addition to Quentin. I have my own 2 channels with one with Nikki. That one is a Salty Inferno. And the other one is with Abby Kays, and that one is Fan Shot First.
Thanks, Felicity, for joining. I'll have you on some other time if you accept the invitation.
Yes, I do.
We got Trinity. Trinity, what's happening on your channel? Well, you guys know what's happening on Trinity's channel. We just came from Trinity's channel because we were talking She-Hulk just right before this stream had begun. Second Street Marvel?
Yes, I talk a lot about indie comic books on my channel, as well as starting to come up with some more theories for the MCU of some of this stuff that hopefully we're going to get some exciting stuff coming up soon in these movies. And just other than that, generally being a curmudgeon. Come check me out at Second Street Marvel.
Yeah, that's
my favorite toxic male.
The favorite toxic male. Jaded Fanboy?
Well, I'm still pissed at YouTube and a lot of people, so I haven't been. I'm gonna wait till I calm down a bit before I make videos. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be yelling, and I think I just better calm down for a bit. Might take another week or week and a half before that happens. So.
We got D Diesel asking, "Yo, where's MCU shill guy?" You mean Mike Porter? Who's the MCU shill guy? I was expecting some She-Hulk's best Marvel show yet comments.
Saturday football. Saturday football. College football day.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yep.
We got K Dot. He's got a YouTube channel, and I just saw him do a kick-ass video that went like 30 minutes talking about if they recast Thunderbolt Ross. Like that was a video. K Dot,
Yes.
plug yourself.
I am SJK. Sanctum. Y'all see me here every single Saturday. Y'all should know who I am. If you don't, I'm disappointed. But if you don't, type in that name right there. Come see me. I just did a video on Sony making a new Tarzan movie.
Phil Collins probably was mentioned a couple times in that video, wasn't it?
He was. They, Sony better put him on the soundtrack if they want to save their movie.
We got Cole Turner in the building. Cole, Variety Content Entertainment.
Let's not talk about that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you'll find my social media in the description, I guess. Usually on either other streams or Letterboxd mostly. And I guess happy birthday to Brie Larson. Maybe her gift will be giving us a good performance for once in her career.
You see this guy's account? Like, he just messaged me this, and then he tags me this, and like, it's not a real person, guys. I know everyone watching, listen, full screen me. The account right here isn't true. Like, this is not a human being doing this. I've seen people with like fake names like this, and they've got just a letter in their display. It's not real. I ignore these things. Like, you think a real person is, look, he's tagging Trinity, trying to get him to say something about thoughts on Namor being Mexican. Like, he's trying to stir the pot and get some division in here. That is the role of this human being right here. It's not a real guy. It's probably a dude working at some sort of government thing. Am I paranoid? Absolutely, I'm paranoid. But you are convincing. Yeah, tinfoil hat, sure. That's like maybe he's like, well, maybe if I say these things, then it will offset any doubt, because I'll be making Chillmonger out to be some sort of weirdo or some sort of not working.
Oh, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo.
Am I?
Right.
How would that be division? We're all going to agree how stupid it is to make Namor Mexican.
Yeah, but he wants us to talk about it because race and division and that kind of stuff is like.
How about the fact that it's not comic book accurate? Forget the racial thing. It's not comic book accurate.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Well,
You for your Black Panther 2 comments.
Well, it might shock you guys, but I'm not exactly pissed that a Mexican dude is playing Namor. I'm kind of mad that they're changing.
You're doing exactly what this account wants. No, we will not have it. We will not have it. No, look at this one. Showman, go find yourself a girlfriend. I have never in my life over here talked about my love life, personal life. I may say when we go off stream, which is in a couple seconds.
Ted, is your girlfriend available?
Ted is not a real guy. Ted works for the Russian government, American government, or North Korean government. One of those.
I mean, his girlfriend was Dwayne, but then he retired.
I don't care if the girlfriend's Russian. I don't care if the girlfriend's whatever. He's asking you should get a girlfriend, and I'm asking if Ted's girlfriend's available.
That's the stream, everyone. Thanks for joining. Subscribe to us all.
Peace.